Hello again, everyone. I'm Lou Brogno. Welcome to NJ Sports Media on the Sidelines. We are at the Ice Vault in Wayne, home ice for the Ironmen of Don Bosco Prep as they get ready to begin their 2014-15 hockey season this Thanksgiving weekend. We'll talk more about the Ironmen hockey team a little bit later and the start of the season, but first, speaking of the Ironmen, of course, a big football game played this past weekend in the state tournament, the non-public Group 4 semifinals, as the Ironmen took on their rivals Paramus Catholic. And what a game it was. Thrilling right to the very end. And can't say a surprise ending, but certainly a scintillating ending for the Paladins of Paramus Catholic. Let's pick up the action of this one. And in the first quarter, it was Bosco who got off to the great start. Wes McCoy with a 26-yard touchdown run. He takes it in for the score. Extra point good. The Ironmen up by the score of 7-0. In the second, McCoy this time going through the air. He finds his big-time receiver, R.J. Trimble Edwards. Makes the catch. 24-yard touchdown strike. Hey, don't look now, but Bosco was up 14-0 in this game against Paramus Catholic. But PC answers, dipping into the playbook. How about the old option pass? Wide receiver Marquise Spence hits the tight end. Mark Michaud, who's had a very solid season for the Paladins. This is a 26-yard touchdown pass. The extra point kick was actually blocked, and Paramus Catholic trailed by the score of 14-6. In the third, Leo Valles kicks a 36-yard field goal, and he gives Bosco an 11-point lead. The Ironmen now up 17-6, but Paramus Catholic goes on a drive. Beautiful drive by the Paladins here, capped off by Willie Hansen's 1-yard touchdown run. Again, the PAT fails, and Bosco is up 17-12. In the fourth, 22 seconds left, Willie Hansen finds Marquise Spence with a 12-yard touchdown strike. Paramus Catholic getting a big break late in the game, taking over a turnover, cashing in with the touchdown. They go up 18-17, and Paramus Catholic pulls out the win, 18-17. Bosco knocked out of the playoffs, 7-3 on the season, with one more game on Thanksgiving morning, and Paramus Catholic 10-1 advances to the championship game at MetLife Stadium on Friday, December 5. All right, so Paramus Catholic does go to the final, as we said, at MetLife Stadium. Who will their opponent be? Well, that was to be determined when Bergen Catholic took on St. Peter's Prep at Caven Point in Jersey City on a frigid Saturday night. And Bergen Catholic, hey, they came to play in the first half. Let's pick up the action of this one. St. Peter's actually gets off to the good start, and their Notre Dame-bound quarterback, Brandon Wimbush, goes up top. 44-yard touchdown pass to Dennis James. Extra point is good. The Marauders are up 7-0. But Bergen Catholic answers. Brilliant drive by the Crusaders, capped off by Gene Coleman's 9-yard touchdown scamper. He takes it in. Extra point good. Hey, we're tied at 7. In the second, St. Peter's another good drive, taking over on a punt, short field to work with, and they capitalize. Ryan Hernandez boots a 28-yard field goal, and St. Peter's has a 10-7 lead. Bergen Catholic actually comes back to take the lead in this one. Heavy underdogs, and the Crusaders go into the locker room up by 4 because of this play. Corey Russo takes it in on a 1-yard touchdown run. Bergen Catholic leads 14-10. In the second half, though, those Division I players, well, they sparkled. Brandon Wimbush, as we said, heading to Notre Dame. He hooks up with Alabama-bound wide receiver Minka Fitzpatrick. 42-yard touchdown throw, a beautiful strike. It's 16-14. St. Peter's takes the lead. They increase that lead moments later. Wimbush, another brilliant pass, this time 44 yards to the same man, number 21, Minka Fitzpatrick. He takes it in 23-14. Then one more time, this may be the most brilliant throw of the season. Wimbush couldn't have dropped the ball into the breadbasket of Fitzpatrick any better. 64 yards, right on the money. 29-14, Fitzpatrick takes it in. Wimbush then a two-point conversion. 31-14, St. Peter's with a 21-point third quarter. They defeat the Crusaders 31-14, improve their 10-1, and they move on to the championship game against Paramus Catholic. Good season for Bergen Catholic. They finished 8-3, turning around a season last year in which they finished 2-7. So the Crusaders, very good campaign here in 2014. But St. Peter's, they are loaded. Should be a tremendous championship game. Coming up December 5, 8 o'clock kickoff at MetLife Stadium. Paramus Catholic and, of course, St. Peter's Prep. And no question, the winner of this game will be the #1 team in the state of New Jersey. More football played this past weekend as well. And what a season it has been for the Patriots of Colonia. How about their best season in 29 years? Colonia is headed to a championship game, and they beat one of their rivals in the Greater Middlesex Conference in the semifinals to get there. First quarter, JFK actually gets the lead. Andrew Roberts, 30 yards. Outstanding quarterback for JFK, who runs the football effectively. But this time he goes to the air, and he finds Young for the touchdown. The Mustangs have the lead. They're up 6-0. Colonia comes right back. Tenny Adewusi hits Bryce Barnes. He scores the touchdown. The extra point is good, and Colonia is up by 1. It's 7-6. In the second, this really was a seesaw battle in the first half. Andrew Roberts again. This time he finds Rudolph for the score. 19-yard touchdown pass. 12-7. JFK. Colonia then takes the lead. Adewusi, 20 yards to Sam Pirro. He takes it in. 14-12, Colonia. And then JFK takes the lead back. Andrew Roberts, a 38-yard touchdown run. JFK up 18-14. In the third quarter, Colonia, Sam Pirro, a 12-yard touchdown run. And he puts Colonia up 21-18. As it turns out, that really is the game-winning score. And in the fourth quarter, they slam the lid. Sam Pirro caps off a 9-play, 91-yard drive. With this 21-yard touchdown run, Colonia up 28-18. Pirro, 182 yards rushing, 130 in the second half. Andrew Roberts, 166 yards in the game as well for JFK. The Patriots, 11-0 on the season, head to their first sectional final in 29 years. And that game will be held Saturday, December 6th at MetLife Stadium as Colonia takes on the State Liners of Phillipsburg. Actually, it will be at Rutgers Stadium, 1 p.m. kick. Rutgers Stadium in Piscataway, Phillipsburg, Colonia, Saturday, December 6th. Well, as we said, football, of course, is wrapping up, and we'll preview next week all the state championship games. And, of course, Thanksgiving Day games coming up this week as well. Bosco losing in the semifinals in non-public 4, but they have one more game left. The Ironmen will take on St. Joe's Thanksgiving morning, weather permitting. Well, of course, we'll have highlights of that huge Thanksgiving Day rivalry coming up next week. Both teams figure to play with all their starters, as both teams were bounced out of the playoffs last week. St. Joe stunned by Red Bank Catholic 44-14. And one of the biggest Thanksgiving Day rivalries in the state of New Jersey, the Mounties of Montclair going up against Bloomfield, one of the oldest and most traditional Thanksgiving Day games. Highlights right here on the Sidelines next week. As we said, football's wrapping up and hockey is about to drop the puck. It begins this weekend, and Don Bosco Prep will skate right here at the Ice Vault against a pretty good Pope John team on Saturday night. A tough opener. We had an opportunity to catch up with their outstanding head coach, Greg Toscos, to preview Bosco's season. Well, we're here at the Ice Vault, as we mentioned earlier. Home ice for the Ironmen of Don Bosco Prep, and I'm joined by their head coach, Greg Toscos. And Greg, of course, a lot of anticipation. Season starts this weekend. You drop the puck against Pope John. What are your thoughts about this team entering the season?
I'm pretty excited about our season getting started this weekend against Pope John. We graduated 10 players, and we had a pretty successful campaign last year. And I think our guys are excited about what we can build off of, but really excited to get started. So Saturday will roll around pretty quick.
Who are some of the key players coming back this year for your team?
Well, I think if you look at our senior class, although it's not a deep class, meaning we only have 5 seniors or maybe 6 seniors, they're very good and they're strong. And the leadership qualities that these guys possess are outstanding. So if you look at our captains, Hunter Garlasco, Stephen Bresci, Connor Healy, and Michael Jordan, our 4 captains. You also look at Joe Verbois and Eddie Lekeb, Michael Scott. These guys are seasoned players. They've been here. They've battled through a lot of tough games in the last couple of years. And they also have a lot of ability to either put up points up front or shut down the other opponents if they're the defensemen.
Last year, tremendous season for your team, Gordon Cup champions. Heading into this year, obviously now you're the team to beat in the Gordon Conference after winning the Cup last year. Night in and night out, always a tough schedule within that conference. How do you see things shaping up this year?
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say we're the team to beat. I think you have a grouping of us and Del Barton and CBA. I mean, you've got the teams down south, the Philadelphia area, New Jersey teams. Bergen's always going to put up a fight, St. Peter's as well. So it really doesn't matter because any one of the 8 or 9 teams can win the Gordon Conference. It's a battle. It's a battle night in, night out. And maybe that affected us a little bit as we won the Gordon Conference and then went into the state tournament and almost played a mini Gordon Conference in the state tournament. But it's a battle. So I put a bunch of us up there as the favorites, or maybe there's no favorite.
And it's right into the fire early. I know in December you've got Bergen Catholic, CBA, Del Barton come up really quickly on the schedule, and even an out-of-conference game against Morristown Beard. Good test.
Yeah, so defending co-state champion. We'll face Mo Beard. We'll head up to Boston and play BC High again. We've done that every year for the last couple of years. They are the top-ranked team in Massachusetts going into the season this year. We've got Princeton Day early as well, another big prep school. So we've got a tough schedule ahead of us for the month of December. We're looking forward to it. I mean, it's going to test us. It's going to, well, like I said, we're a young squad. We graduated 10, so it's going to test our young guys. But I like the way we put things together.
Excited to get it going?
Very excited.
All right, Coach. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
All right, good luck this season.
Okay, appreciate it.
All right, thanks. So the Ironmen will drop the puck this Saturday night, 6 p.m. against a tough non-conference opponent in Pope John. Of course, Bosco last year, 16-5-3 on the season, made it to the non-public quarterfinals, but also won the Gordon Cup Championship, the prestigious Gordon Cup title. And they'll take on many of those same Gordon Cup opponents in December. Tough early season schedule for the Ironmen. They'll skate against CBA, Del Barton, and Bergen Catholic in the month of December and take on a tough Morristown Bear, the Crimson, in a non-conference game as well. So hockey begins this weekend, and of course we'll have plenty of hockey for you throughout the season on NJ Sports Media on the Sidelines. And also next week we'll have highlights of those Thanksgiving Day rivalries, and we'll preview the state championship football games coming up the first weekend of December. For everyone here at NJ Sports Media, I'm Lou Brogno. Thanks for joining us. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We'll see you next week.